What's up, y'all? How are you doing? This is Sungko. Today is 2022, January 16th. Tonight is Friday night, and tomorrow is Monday. Um, Originally, I do YouTube live on weekdays. On weekend, time. I spend my time enjoying things that I could not done. But today I wanted to do YouTube live because I just wanted to. There's no reason. Uh, okay, let's go through articles today as well. Let's see what we have. We have YahooFinance.com. And what do we have? Market Beat and Zacks Investment. Okay. What articles do we have today? Waiting for Nvidia to restore its uptrend. Why this U.S. chipmaker walked away from the Research Triangle region site. If you believe January can predict 2022 stock market returns, you will love these 3 other months. Dramatic footage of tsunami hitting the Pacific island of Tonga after giant underwater volcano erupted. One of the world's wealthiest oil exporters is becoming unlivable. Boeing's new $442.2 million flagship plane is drawing interest from across the aviation industry, but delays are preventing it from realizing. NVIDIA is pushing the limits in autonomous driving. Tesla inked deal to get key battery component outside China. Why this under the radar healthcare? A stock could be a big winner. Mr. Beast ranks as highest paid YouTube star ever, earning an estimated $54 million in 2021. Japanese woman gives up baby, sues sperm donor for $3 million after learning he lied. Why Nvidia stock could be worth more than Apple in a decade. Get ready for a climb. Here's what history says about stock market returns during Fed rate hike cycles. Yahoo Finance. Omicron seen as short-term threat by business leaders. Buy the deep, consider these value stocks and ETFs instead. Get ready for a climb. Here's what history says about stock market returns during Fed rate hike cycles. Tech stocks stumbled to worst start since 2016 on rate hike fears. Is Microsoft stock a buy before software giant's December quarter report? Lucy's 2030 EV production goals bring it to a half where Tesla stands now. 2 strong buy stocks Raymond James predicts will surge at least 50%. Is Coinbase stock a buy right now? Stock market holidays 2022. Is the stock market open on Milk Day? Okay, enough of picking, and let's see the biggest change in the list of companies. We have 6% up by ACMR. Let's go into ACMR and read related article and see what happened. How ACM Research stock stands out in a strong industry. Green Core Capital Management Ltd by ACM Research Inc. What else do we have? Most of the stock had a decrease in its price. RAM Research is up by 6% as well. RAM Research, and let's read related article. Wow, it's been going up drastically. Wow. It was just 169 in the year 2018, but now it's 729, which is 7 times of what it was before. Huge increase. Dow Jones falls at JP Morgan slides over 6% on earnings. It had huge revenue and huge earnings compared to the revenue and earnings in the year 2020. Okay, waiting for NVIDIA to restart its uptrend. NVIDIA Corp has been trading lower since late November. In our November 15 review, we changed our stance and wrote, I have no special knowledge of what NVIDIA is going to report on Wednesday. I have no special knowledge of what NVIDIA is going to report on Wednesday after the close, but prices are extended or overbought. We have made a big rally, but have stopped short of our price targets, and rickshaw main candlestick pattern has our attention. Traders should consider nailing down some profits on our long recommendations. Rate stops to $270 from $220 on the balance of your holdings. Is this updated daily bar chart of NVIDIA below? We can see that prices have worked lower and trade below the cresting 50-day moving average line. 200-day moving average line has a positive slope and intersects down in the $220 area. What I see is not like this article, like the author of this article sees this in the perspective, not fundamental perspective, rather how should I put it, like in terms of candlestick pattern, not fundamental analysis, like 50-day moving average or 100-day moving average, that kind of stuff. are not really that important when it comes to looking at it in a fundamental way. So in this daily point and figure chart of NVIDIA below, we can see a downside price target of $233. So I'm going to skip this one. Why this US chip maker walked away from the Research Triangle region side? The Triangle Innovation point. PD that I cannot read it. I've got to subscribe this in order for me to read this article, but I'm not going to subscribe it. So let's skip and go on to next article. Why Nvidia stock could be worth more than Apple in a decade. Has ranked among the best performing stocks in the S&P 500 for the past 2 years, as its share price skyrocketed 400% over that time period. As a result, Nvidia's market cap sits at $653 billion, making it the largest semiconductor company in the world. Even so, Nvidia still trails Apple's $2.8 trillion valuation by a wide margin. But that could change in the coming decade. Nvidia still trails Apple's $2.8 trillion valuation by a wide margin. In this Backstage Pass video recorded on January 4th, Motley Fool contributor Jose Najaro explains why Nvidia could be the world's most valuable company 10 years down the road. 10 stocks would like better than Nvidia Corporation. I do believe in the next 10 years, the one that's going to hold the crown for the biggest would probably be Nvidia. To me, Nvidia, the overall growth that this company can see, for me, especially in artificial intelligence, if any of the markets, it's in with an artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, healthcare, metaverse, and autonomous driving, any of those markets can really take off. And if any of those are huge winners, I believe Nvidia can take the crown from Apple within the next 10 years. Okay. So generally, I can obviously see that people are really positive in terms of trading Nvidia. Even the article that I just read talked about in the coming years, within 10 years, Nvidia can certainly take a crown. Now the Apple has a crown, but then Nvidia will take it. It was what the author of article wrote. And let's see this article. Omicron threat seen as short-term by business leaders, commerce secretary. Short-term by business leaders, commerce secretary. Omicron, latest variant of COVID-19, has hit certain sectors of the economy hard, causing labor shortages and childcare issues, and making some Americans wary again of dining out. But in a new interview with Yahoo Finance this week, Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo offered hopeful news from business leaders she's spoken with recently amid all of this uncertainty. Most of business leaders see it as short-term thing, not long-term thingy. By the deep road, JP Morgan strategies early this past week. As close to courage go, it was exactly Churchill during the Blitz. So the deep in this case was a 2.2% decline year to date in the S&P 500. bringing its 10-year gain to 261%. Dividends. Also, many of the biggest individual deepers this year have been thinly profitable high flyers like Cloudflare, Snowflake, or assets that are backed by suspended disbelief like crypto. But these are quibbles. I take JP Morgan's broader point, which is that an expected rise in interest rates needn't. They're all stocks. Yes, the US inflation rate just hit 7%, the highest since 1982. Back when ET was phoning home and the rich kid on my street got a Commodore 64 computer. His old man worked for IBM, and yes, there's growing agreement that some of that added inflation will stick and action is needed. Get ready for it, climb. Here's what history says about stock market returns during Fed rate hike cycles. Oh, must read article, definitely. History continues, you know. Same pattern happens over and over. And I have to subscribe this. If I want to read this, I have to subscribe this, which is sad. $1 for 4 weeks. I don't know. I can obviously feel the vibe that this pattern, the pattern which is happening right now, signifies that the market is now downtrend, but it's gonna go uptrend soon. Well, if not, like author would not have even written this at first, you know. Two strong buy stocks Raymond James predicts will surge at least 50%. Okay, let's read this. Two strong buy stocks. This month marks an anniversary of sorts, as it was 3 years ago that the current bull market got started. Aside from the short, albeit deep, turn down in March of 2020, when the Corona truck hit us, stock markets have been rising steadily since January 2019, and despite the pandemic, the market's rate of increase was steeper after the short 2020 recession than before it. In a recent note, Raymond James CIO Larry Adams says it's time to adjust our aim to take into account the dynamics of a bull market's third year. He writes, return in the third year of a bull market are historically more muted in comparison to those for the first and second. Even so, Adam points out that we're still looking at above trend economic growth, which will be supportive of stocks. He notes that the macroeconomic backdrop may end up supporting overall EPS growth of 14%, in which case the S&P 500 could easily reach the 50-50 milestone. In a final comment on the bull market, Adam emphasizes the importance of selectivity and identifying key long-term growth catalysts. The stock analysts at Raymond James have been following this advice, picking out equities which they believe will win in the current market conditions. First Watch Group, the second stock on Raymond James radar. First Watch is an award-winning dining chain serving breakfast, brunch, and lunch on a made-to-order basis. The chain uses fresh ingredient sources daily and offers a mixed menu of well-known favorites like pancakes, omelets, and salads next to specialty items like the quinoa power bowl. The chain boasts over 430 locations in 28 states. First Watch, based in Bradenton, Florida, has been in business since 1983 and took advantage of the rising market environment to go public this past October. The stock entered the national index on October 1st with an initial price of $18 per share and over 10.8 million common shares made available. Not really interesting. How ACM Research stock stands out in strong industry. Now I saw that it had 6% up, whereas the other stock had like 1% up or like downtrend. Let's see the reason why it had up that percent. One stock that might be an entry viewing choice for investors right now is ACM Research. This is because the security in the semiconductor equipment material service space is seeing solid earnings, estimate revision activity, and is in great company from a Zacks industry rank perspective. This is important because oftentimes a rising tide will lift all boats in an industry, as there can be broad trends taking place in a segment that are boosting security across the board. This is arguably taking place in the semiconductor equipment material services space, as it currently has Zacks industry rank of number one out of more than 250 industries, suggesting it is well positioned from this perspective, especially when compared to other segments out there. Okay. Meanwhile, ACM Research is actually looking pretty good on its own too. The firm has seen solid earnings, estimate revision activity over the past month, suggesting analysts are becoming a bit more bullish on the firm's prospects in both the short term and long term. ACM Research Inc. Price consensus charts. In fact, over the past month, current quarter estimates have risen from 33 cents per share to 37% cents per share, while current year estimates have risen from $1.70 per share to $1.78 per share. This has helped ACMR to earn a Zacks rank number one, further underscoring the company's solid position. What else do we have? It was 6% up by ACMR, and we got Lam Research, which was up 6% as well. And I don't see any other stock that had a 6%. Let's go over to market beat. Tesla aims to get key battery component outside China. Three large cap stocks to buy on weakness. Two sectors to quick profits this earning season. Banks provide mixed start to quarter four earnings. How to adapt to the market environment this year. Let's read this article, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay. The best investors adapt to the current market environment. Yes, that's right. Like an offensive play caller, they successfully adjust to what the other side is doing by targeting the right sectors and executing the proper strategies. Mhm. On Wednesday, the U.S. Labor Department released its updated CPI, which showed inflation rose 7% in December from a year earlier. Mhm. The fastest pace since 1982. While this was largely anticipated, the rate of change shows just how significant the rise in prices has become. Hmm. In this market environment, which investments are likely to outperform? Consumer demand is still strong, and the inflationary pressure that mounted last year are likely to persist in 2022. A few rate hikes from the Fed of 225 BP may not be enough to counteract rising costs. Okay, while the U.S. consumer is in good shape, mhm, and the economy can weather slight increases in rates, the damage has already been done. It seems like everywhere you go, people are talking about increased prices. Whether it be food products, oil and gasoline, or input materials, prices have skyrocketed across the board. Hmm. A short list of commodities. A short list of commodities shown below are indicative of the situation. Since March 31st in 2020, aluminum has risen 67%, copper has climbed 84%, and core prices have increased 154%. As a historical hedge against inflation, commodity stocks have been outperforming over the past year and look set to continue that run. Hmm. Not really interesting. Let's just read about the information of certain company. Okay, that would be much fun. Patent, Offshore Holdings, PayPal, Viva System. Let's go to Viva Systems. Hmm. Okay, statistics profile. It's got 4,506 employees, headquartered at Pleasanto, California. Viva.com. Interesting. CEO of Viva is the visionary behind Viva, one of the world's most successful and innovative cloud software companies. He pioneered the industrial cloud category when he founded Viva in 2007 with the belief that vertical cloud software will be the next wave of cloud innovation. Today, Viva helps more than 1,000 life sciences companies, brings new medicine and treatments to patients faster. With more than 30 years' experience at leading technology companies, Peter has been at the forefront of every major transition enterprise in software, from the mainframe at IBM Silicon Valley Lab to client server at PeopleSoft to the cloud and Salesforce, and industrial cloud software at Viva. He was a key visionary force behind three of the industry's most successful enterprise application platforms: Viva Vault, the Salesforce platform, and People Tools. Peter is an advocate for corporate social responsibility, customer success, and employee success driven by belief that companies have a duty to serve society Not just shareholders, he led the effort for Viva to become a public benefit corporation with a focus on employee rights. He has taken a strong stand against non-compete agreements which restrict employees' basic freedom to change jobs. Through his leadership, Viva has been widely recognized as one of the world's top growth companies, including the Fortune Future 50, Forbes Fast Tech 25, and Fortune 100 fastest growing companies. Peter currently serves on the board of directors of Viva and Zoom, and served on the board of directors of Guidewire Software from 2015 to 2019. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science from Oregon State University. Cloud-based software for life science industry. Life science. The company offers Viva Commercial Cloud suite of software data and analytics solutions, which include Viva Customer Relationship Management and Viva Medical CRM, Viva CLM, Viva CRM Approved Email, Viva CRM Engage, Viva Align, Viva CRM Events Management. A cloud-based enterprise content and data management applications for managing commercial functions, including sales and marketing, and medical content and communication, as well as research and development functions, such as clinical, regulatory, quality, and safety. It also provides professional support services in the areas of implementation and deployment planning, and project management. It goes on and on and on, stuff like that. Public Benefit Corporation, Generation Viva. Quality, safety, medical, commercial, research site, industries, demo center services. R&D Quality Summit. They even have offices in Korea. Okay, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.